Can you hear me, guys? Please write maybe some cross, maybe some letters, numbers. Okay, thank you. First of all, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. To do this, you should click subscribe to under the video. And don't forget to click the bell to always be aware of new streams and videos. So today's our topic IPO, initial public offering, and the difference and similarity from ICO, initial coin offering. So first of all, we're talking about initial public offering. So what is initial public offering, IPO? It's the first time that the stock of a private company is offered to the public. So IPOs are often issued by smaller, maybe younger companies seeking capital to expand, but they can also be done by large privately owned companies looking to become public traded. In an IPO, the issuer obtains the assistance of the underwriting firm, which helps determine what type of security to issue, the best offering price, the amount of share to be issued, and the time to bring it to market. Underwriters' names is very important because if they not popular name, a very big opportunity that IPO is not successful. I mean, famous underwriters like financial area like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and so on. And IPO is also referred to as a public offering. When a company initiates the IPO process, a very specific set of events occurs. The chosen underwriters facilitates all of these steps. An external IPO team is formed consisting of an underwriter, lawyers, certified public accountants, and Security Exchange Commission, of course, Security Exchange Commission experts. Information regarding the company is complete, including financial performance and expected future operation. It's named Form S1. In a few minutes, we're talking about this company, about Form S1 registration statement. The financial statements are submitted for official audit, and the company files its prospects with the Security Exchange Commission and sets a date for the offering. So what's the risk of investing in an IPO? I can say it's a risky investment, of course, like any investments. For the individual investor, it's tough to predict what the stock will do on its initial day of trading and in the near future because there is often little historical data to use to analyze the company. Also, most IPOs are for companies that are going through a transitory growth period. Which means that they are subject to additional uncertainty regarding their future values. The rate of company IPOs often depends on macroeconomic factors as well as initial needs to raise capital. And some statistics: through the first half of 2016, the amount of companies going public has declined. So with the total IPO value half of what was through the first half of 2015. For example, yesterday, it's the first day of company Zoora and the main fields. So priced on 12th of April. name company Zora, it's New York Stock Exchange. For example, company the symbol ALZH listed on NASDAQ, and Zora listed on NYSE, New York Stock Exchange. Ticker or symbol ZUO. Shares initial 10 millions, but I see some shares revision and plus 1 million, and some is 11 millions. First of all, range initial is it's expected range of opening, but range revised for 11 and $13. And priced 14. Price is a very interesting, a very important number because it's a price for VIP clients. And open $20.25 yesterday. So the big difference for priced and open. In this case, $6.25. Now we're talking about this. As I said before, lead underwriter, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Jefferies, Allen & Co., and some managers, Knockert and Needham. And what is Zora? Description for the company. It's a provider of cloud-based service that enables companies to launch, manage, and transfer into subscription business. So it's not unique. There are a lot of companies who provide the cloud-based. So anyway, what about IPO? What about how I said about VIP client? So VIP client can buy some shares on the pre-IPO. So how to trade initial public offer? It's two-way. It's the first way, become a VIP client and buy on a pre-IPO, and a second way, buy an IPO per day based on the effect on the first. Today's some intraday trades, some maybe swing trade when you open position maybe yesterday and close next Tuesday on next Monday. So first way, become a VIP client. If you decide to enter the position, you need to know your action and advance with different behavior of its price. Because when you buy in pre-ICO shares, you can't close the position for 3 months, and in some cases maybe 6 months. It's the name of this period. It's a lockup period, and accordingly you can't put stop loss. So if you buy, for example, $10 and price falling down for 8,765, you can't close your position, but you can buy put option. IPO provides this opportunity, thus you personally insure yourself against losses with a significant fall. So what's the put options? Put options is an agreement on the right to sell goods at the agreed price until the agreed time. So you can buy a put option for 3 months, and if you lose money on the position, maybe your profit on your put option maybe some you lose will be not big. So what is lockup period? An IPO blocking, also called a lockup period, is a contractual clause relating to a period of time after the company originally published information, and usually from 90 days and maybe 6 months. During these first days of trading, company insiders or individuals holding majority stakes in the company are prohibited from selling any of their shares, and of course they can't short the stock. As soon as the blocking period ends, most trade restrictions are deleted. So the IPO is blocked in such a way that the market isn't saturated with too many shares of company. As a rule, only maybe 20% of the placed shares are initially offered to the investment company. One large shareholder trying to unload all his stock during the first week of trading can send shares down to the detriment of all shareholders. Empirical evidence shows that after the end of the blocking period, after the end of the lockup period, stock price experience a constant drop of about 1 to 3%. So IPO blocking periods allow newly issued shares to stabilize without additional pressure from insiders. This allows the market to correctly evaluate the shares in accordance with the natural demand and supply. So liquidity can be thin initially, but eventually it begins to strengthen over time as it set a trading range. Option contracts can also start trading during the lockout period, as I said, which additionally provides stability and liquidity. During the blocking period, up to 2 consecutive earnings reports are also allowed, which provide greater clarity regarding business transaction and prospects for investors. So it's a first way. Your web client, you're in lockout period, and some blocks. First of all, often this entry threshold of $5,000 and above. In hot IPO like Snap, like Facebook, like Alibaba Group, it were maybe 3, maybe 4 years ago, Alibaba Group, yes. Its summit was more than $5,000. And next minus, your money is frozen on the lockup period. And second way, buy an IPO per day based on the effect of the first day. So your no lockup period. If you buy a stock, for example, Zero at the first day, you can sell the stock from seconds, from in minutes, in hours. It's not a problem. But in this, your price is worse than the VIP client. For example, yesterday priced for VIP clients were $14, and if we trade it like a second way, our open price was $20 and $25. $6 is difference. I think it's a very big difference. But the VIP clients in 3 months minimum in the lockup period. Maybe after 1 month or 2 months, price Zora will be $7. Who knows? So and very interesting moment about before the IPO, everyone can familiarize themselves with Form S1 Security Exchange Commission about IPO. It look like this. So all company who are going to IPO need Form S1. It's the first form registration statement. So what we can see of this form? Of course, the name. Of course, it's some information about calculation, how much class a common stock per value per shares. We can see 100 million. General information, New York Stock Exchange, as I said, under the symbol ZUO. Main underwriters, yes, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley. some prospects about the ZUO, and near the 200 pages about this company. The main pages, it's of course prospect summary, risk factors, maybe capitalization, or selected consolidation financial debt. It's very important information. So about ZUO. What is the company? So this company provide cloud-based software on a subscription basis that enables any companies, any industry to successfully launch, manage, and transform into subscribed business. As I said, it's not unique. Our vision, our mission, and little overview about Zora. It's some history about DVD, CD, movie, VHS maybe, and information about general information, what they see about market opportunity, what's the solution, benefits, and so on. The next main page is risk factors. It's I think the main position which disturb the investors, and I read this form about ZUO. I also traded IPO, and some things I think it's not good for this company. It's like this as risk related to our business and industry. So we have incurred net losses in each financial year since inception, including net losses or 48 million, 39 million, and 37 million on fiscal 16, 17, and 19 years. So we not earn money. It's not good for this company. But company expectation to make significant future, it's more losses. As of January 2018, we had an accumulated deficit on 258 millions. It's a quarter of a billion. It's not good. And as you understand, some other risk is the number of companies, it's the number of consumers and business adopting you, some maybe that means it's created some new company who will be better than that. It's, of course, it's a risk for the any business. Next point is very important about summary consolidated financial data. We can hear this total revenue is growing up. It's a good professional services, gross profit okay, it's positive numbers, but net loss in 2018 47 million. It's not good. Minus, minus, minus. And total stockholders equity 26 millions. A lot of points you can find for the table of contents. Some dividend policy, capitalization, dilution. If you wish, you can meet with the management of the company. Yes, for this guys, for team of this company. So a lot of information. So if you trade in IPO, it's very important information for you, and you need to read this about company, about financial numbers, and so on. It's very, very interesting. But I think today was a very good day for the with clients because $13, and now 1 hour ago I watched the price near the $21 today price, +7. It's not good, it's not bad. Okay, it's all about IPO. Next, our next point, it's ICO. So what about ICO? I remount the streamery now in the ICO project. It's now crowd sale second phase starts, and only 2 days left. We'll get a 10% bonus during the crowd sale. So, abbreviation ICO stands for initial coin offering. That is the initial placement of coins. During the ICO, the project's team sells digital tokens for cryptocurrency or fiat money to investor. Later, these coins can be used on the project platform as internal currency or trade them on exchanges. Also, instead of ICO, the term crowd sale is often used. So the main question for ICO, first of all, for what purpose do projects carry out ICO? By using their own tokens and exchanges them for popular cryptocurrencies, for instance Bitcoin or Ethereum, or for fiat currency. Fiat currency, it means dollars, euros, other currencies. The project attracts funding needed for launch or development. Usually ICO is conducted early in the life of project before the creation of their full-fledged infrastructure. The funds raised are used to financial the final stage of development, marketing, or are sent to special development funds to support project in the long term. I think it's a main question for ICO. What is the legal status of the ICO? So nowadays, ICO can't be called a legal or illegal way of attracting investment. Its legal status, procedures and requirements for companies that are going to raise funds in this way aren't currently defined in any country in the world. Moreover, it's also difficult to determine the legal nature of the relations that arise during the ICO. As financial relations in their class, understanding of such a relationship is difficult to call. But at the same time, it can be said with certainty that the process is based on the reputation of the people behind the cryptocurrency startup and the trust of users. And maybe you have a question about what attracts investor to ICO. So by purchasing the token offered on the ICO, investors primarily expect, first of all, to benefit from the sale at a higher price at the future. So this, I think, it's example like at Ethereum, whose tokens cost less than 1 cent during the ICO in the summer of 2014, if I don't forget, 2014 I think, and today the price near the $500, but a few months ago it was $1,300. And to use tokens for their intended purpose, having received the claimed services at a lower price. And what's the risk when participating in the ICO? So perhaps the biggest risk can be called ordinary fraud when the creators of the projects pursue only one goal: to collect your money, to collect user money. In addition, since laws that would regulate the conduct of cryptocurrency crusades, at the moment there is no, from the position of the investor, this transaction is always based on trust. It cannot be ruled out that the project may not survive to the stage of product appearance or disappoint the investor with its implementation. In addition, its current form ICO are usually held in one round, as the chance of obtaining additional funding from them are small. This can also be viewed as a potential risk in terms of the long-term existence of the projects. I think the main questions from ICO: what should I look for before attending the ICO? Like example, Streamity. The abundance of different ICOs can confuse many inexperienced investors. Therefore, first of all, it's necessary to carefully study the sale agreement. It's mean token sale agreement. When reading this document, curious details may come up to the surface which the organizers of the ICO may not have publicly announced. In addition, there are unspoken indicators of the constitution's intentions of the projects. Availability of all necessary agreements and rules published on the website as a public offering. Read working a prototype, competently compose white paper and the rest of the documentation. So like white paper, one place legal requisite of the company. For example, white paper. And this you can find. It's like form maybe S1, but it's difference. Yes. What is the company? What's the Streamity mission, market analysis, advantages, project plans, token distribution, Stream Desk service is the main service of Streamity. Operation mechanism, technology description, and other main fields. Next, completely composed white paper, as I said, is the presence of escrow, a special conditional account which takes into account property, documents, or cash prior to the occurrence of certain circumstances or the performance of certain obligations. And to position incorporation registration of the company itself, like team. And the unblemished reputation of the people behind the project. So what about Streamity? The main, first of all, about project is with this project we develop a decentralized P2P platform for cryptocurrency exchange and a powerful information portal which includes educational, informational, analytical, investment resources. You can watch some video about Stream Desk, like I said before, white paper, P2P platform Stream Desk. What is this? It's exchange for cryptocurrency and fiat money. Main advantage, so minimum fees, using smart contracts, fixed rates of cryptocurrency, freedom of cryptocurrency, more information, additional information, the main market problems. It's a few years ago, it's a complicated process of buying and selling cryptocurrency. Only a small number of cryptocurrency is represented on P2P platforms like local Bitcoin, local Ethereum, and other. And very often you can find high fees when exchanging cryptocurrency for fiat money. And solution for the Streamity. In a few clicks you can buy or sell cryptocurrency, wide range of cryptocurrency, low fees due to the exclusion of intermediaries, and some algorithms, some pattern of buying cryptocurrency within Stream Desk platform. buyer crypto and seller, and some change is with smart contract and payment system. Buyer click buy cryptocurrency, then when payment system click some signal for the fiat money. After this, these guys, yes, will be changed, and buyer will be have some cryptocurrency and seller fiat money. Portal streamity like our today webinar, yes, informational analytical resources, some community training, artificial intelligence, its co-founder, his opinion about the projects, roadmap of the project is very important fields. Why token STM is the target, the token nature, token type, number of tokens, and other information. Yes, and of course the team of the streaming team. So in sum up, the main question: can we compare ICO to IPO? So when the company wants to offer its shares to the general public, it conducts an initial public offering. ICO can work in a similar way, but investor investing fund receive a share in the company in the form of cryptocurrency tokens. At the same time, ICO has similarities with crowdfunding. Its funds are usually collected to implement a certain idea. That is at the stage when the project doesn't have a finished product. But at the same time, IPO is regulated by national legalization. For example, in the United States, for public offering of shares, the company must be incorporated of a joint stock company and also registered with the Security Exchange Commission. All this makes the process of attracting investments into the project at an early stage of its development more complicated, but it provides certain guarantees to investors. In the case of ICO, the process of attracting investments is much easier, but users are not included it anyway. So, guys, one more time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. To do this, you should click subscribe to the below the video, and don't forget to click the bell to always be aware of new streams and videos. Today I wanted to give you initial information about initial public offering and initial coin offering. If you have any question, please leave them in the comments. So see you next week. Great weekends, guys. See you.